Hello everybody, and welcome to the bonus content video for episode 20 of the C-Bus Paranormal Paracast, The Werewolf of Defiance. During the episode I discussed several newspaper articles about alleged werewolf sightings across the state of Ohio in 1972, and I even hinted that there was a report of an alleged vampire wreaking havoc in Defiance, Ohio, 4 years prior in 1968. Apparently it's a happening community. The following article is from the Crescent News on May 17, 1968. Wanted, brave man with a wooden stake. Defiance County Sheriff's Office is faced with an impossible task, finding a vampire. The culprit has been reported as haunting the Canal Road area, and the authorities have attempted to investigate the report. The description of the vampire goes something like this. He is of medium height and weight, and was last seen wearing a black cape which highlights his pure white face. As reports circulate around the town, eventually filtering their way into the sheriff's office, other strange aspects of the case reveal themselves. It seems that one well-meaning citizen shot 2 rounds into the head of the ghoul, but to no avail. An attempt to outrun the vampire in an auto was fruitless, as it proved speedier than a car, despite the fact that it is reported to be crippled. This affliction, however, might be traced to the rumor that 2 youths hit him in the leg with a long chain, again with no serious effect. The only problem with the descriptions in the above paragraph is that the officials have been unable to locate anyone who A. shot a vampire twice in the head lately, B. was outrun by a ghoul on foot while driving an auto, or C. hit such a culprit in the legs with a long chain. Sheriff Doug Ziegler, in explaining a highly skeptical attitude concerning the case, said that there's been absolutely no evidence to substantiate the evidence of anything or anyone fitting such a description. He said that what investigation his officers have been able to make has been hampered by onlookers. Also, he said the residents of the Canal Road area have notified his office that trespassing charges will be filed against anyone on their property claiming to be looking for the ghoul. So, Ohio vampires and werewolves. Good thing this was a Halloween episode, right? On the episode, I also briefly mentioned a local researcher's theory that the vampire and werewolf sightings and attacks might have been related to the same individual and suspect. John Crutchley, a future rapist and believed to be mass murderer that grew up in the Defiance area. Crutchley apparently had a weird fascination with the occult, and would later be arrested after draining and drinking the blood of one of his victims, who later escaped and finally helped put the monster behind bars. When she asked him why he was drinking her blood, Crutchley told the victim, "Because I'm a vampire." While it's an interesting theory, and he was certainly an odd enough individual, more evidence would need to become available to try to link him to the incidents. However, I was able to find a timeline of Crutchley's criminal history and where he lived during this time. And at the time of the Defiance Werewolf, he was still living in Defiance in 1972, and working for the Foundry division of General Motors at the time. So to add to the episode's prior discussion, yes, it's possible, but there needs to be more information brought to the forefront, as it's only speculation. I will throw a slight wrench into this theory, as the same timeline states Crutchley transferred to Point Park College in Pittsburgh to try to improve his grades in 1967. He wouldn't officially move back to Defiance until September of 1968, around 5 months after the alleged vampire sighting took place and the newspaper article was printed. While I guess it's possible that he could have been bouncing back and forth between Defiance and Pittsburgh, it does put a bit more doubt in my mind of Crutchley being involved with the 1968 incident. Personally, I don't buy either of these stories being truly supernatural in origin, and I do believe a person or persons was involved with both incidents. But one thing is for sure, it was certainly a weird moment in time in Defiance, Ohio. Thank you for listening.